do something very simple today. Which is just some apples. Right, appears to be working. Great. Brushes. Nothing in that. Oh, I just switched the sound off on this and it switched it back on again for me. It won't let me turn it down. This is fun, let's get a little feedback loop going. No, not having it. Right. I'm not going to know who's watching now. Hooray for technology! Isn't it great? Good. Won't let me turn the sound off. Oh. It's just going to be repeating now. It's completely ignoring me. Ah! I was just going to paint some apples, and yeah. So I'm not going to have any idea of what's going on, so sorry about that. Don't bother commenting. Well, no, do comment and I will check on it periodically, but I can't keep an eye on things because that's decided to stop working, so hooray. Okay. I have a red canvas panel and a green background, and I wanted to just do a nice little row of apples in the middle, which I thought might be quite fun. I'm going to try and do it with very few colours and see how simple I can make this. Keep it down to about an hour if possible. Let's see if I can update Facebook at the same time. Make it. So I'm just going to switch this off on again. Go away. See if that helps. Okay. Bit of old paint on here. Get rid of that. Don't need this. What about here? Great. Let's put some drawing in. Looks like I'm going to be doing that in pink. No. I want a dark transparent colour for my drawing. I'll load up the palette in a bit. Let's see if switching this back on helps. I don't think it ever switched off. Well, I'll try and find a way to keep an eye out for comments. That's all gone. Right, it all says it's on silent. Hooray! Okay, no horrible noises coming through. That looks good. Okay, I'm just going to make a shape now. Big shape. It's about that shape. Ta-da! That's where my apples are going to go. If I carve that up, and carve it up into a little group there, a group there, little group here, that's too small, I'm going to make that bigger. Okay, area of shadow, good. Yeah, that's a shadow there, a bit of one on the ground. Okay, yeah, that's behaving itself roughly. Okay, I think they'll all go in that space quite happily. That was some quite quick drawing, really, so I'm not expecting it to be that accurate. It's looking okay. Normal amount of dithering. Evening, Jason. Hi, everyone. Hi, Matt. Okay, that shadow there needs to be further down. That's kind of turning up now. Now that basic drawing's in, I might as well just mix some light and shadow colour for that green. I'll palette's a complete mess, so I'm going to be putting everything out new. So let's have some Viridian, which is stuck. Got some yellow ochre, got some white. I need a lot more actually. So some big impasto paint for this one, I think. I'm going to need some spare when I'm finished. Let's pop that over here. Alright, okay, let's try, we'll just use that up. Okay. That's about the local colour of it. So the light's going to be lighter than that, the dark's going to be darker. Let's do the light first. Let's put a little bit of pink in it. Neutralise it a little bit. That's done almost nothing. A bit of alizarin in there. Take that down a level. In there. Okay, that's probably still not enough, but there you go. Okay, I need some blue as well. With the ultramarine. There it is. Okay. Oh, it's almost there already. I quite like that. I quite like that bluer version. And the shadows are still some distance from black. Yeah, I think I'll use that as a starting point. And that tonal jump, darken it a bit more than that, put a bit of raw umber in there. Balance it out with a bit more blue. There we are. We've got a light and a shadow colour. A couple of rebrushes to get this on. Determined to be quick today. So, yeah, do I like that? This will do for the shadows. Yeah, that's got a bit of give to it. So let's put some shadows in first. Just block them in. This one was lower down, wasn't it? It looks too light at the moment, but I don't think it will be once I get going. There's a step up. It's weird how light it looks on the canvas and how dark it looks on the palette. It's always interesting to me how that happens. I think actually is that a funny angle? It is quite, yeah, sort of pointing down. Let's get some of that light next to it just so we can see it in context. some of the negative spaces in. This is just two colours at the moment. There's loads more I can do on top of this. I'm not working it too thick. And there should be plenty of paint left over, so I can do some thick marks later on if I need to. So I'll be working some darker colours into this later on as I progress. There's definitely some behind there. Okay, it's nearly a table of apples, isn't it? Let's get back to some of these shadow colours. I'm going to have to mix some more of this, but there's definitely some in here. I quite like the way that red cuts through from the background as well. It's quite fun. More of an angle on the back of that shadow. Little things like that might actually really make a difference. Bit of light coming through there, not too much. That's okay. Go and fill in there. That didn't take too long. Try and keep some movement in it, a bit of life. Definitely going to warm it up at the front. I need a sturdier easel. I'm realising now I'm doing live streams just how much noise this one makes. It rattles around like an old window. Okay. We'll leave them for the moment. Let's be dark. Unload that onto there, come back to it. I'm going to keep these brushes with this paint on because I will want to return to them. Make some little satellites of the other colours I can see if I deem it necessary. Put them on the floor is the best place. Can't fall off the floor. Let's mix some of these. Oh, yes, the background, this red in the background is that's the Michael Harding non-absorbent acrylic primer again, mixed with, I don't know, some acrylic just to give it a colour. And give it a mid-tone. The mid-tone is more important than the colour. I like to mix around with the colours. They all react in different ways, and it's quite nice with the green. Gives a bit of contrast coming through. Now, this is going to be important. Okay. It's really quite dark. I'll just use up what paint I've got here before I put more out. So let's make some pretty much black. That's raw umber and ultramarine. A nice soft black. I like that one. And it is very red, but it's quite blue as well. I'm actually going to take a little bit of Crimson Lake there. That's my nice dark red colour. That's also mixing with what's on the knife. Need something to make it a little bit lighter. You know what, I should have used a bit of this. Lightens it a bit. Takes the edge off the red. And the bright red only exists in a few places. The rest of it is like a pale orange, really, and even that's ever so slightly greeny again. So let's try this yellow here. Is that the kind of colour? Chuck a little light in it. And a little bit of green. Is that too much? All right. Actually, no, it is warmer. It's also a bit more neutral. I'm going to borrow a little bit of the black. mix of grey. Not much of that to use. Just mix up half of this. Make the grey version. Get away with more than that. Entirely dab more red, and that's too much. Oh no, I think we're okay. That gives me somewhere to go. Right, another two brushes. I'll stick with the bristles, go down a size to these are 6s, I think. Yeah, all the way down to 6s. Don't know what that is. Put it to one side. Okay, that's red. Let's do some of these darks. So on top of that shadow there's a whole lump of dark. Is this too crimson? We will find out. Starting to do some shapes here. The shapes actually go up higher. Yeah. Okay, I don't want to get too involved in the details yet. Excuse me. Just for the sake of the shape, I'm going to scrub this in quite lightly here. That definitely comes across. Let's see how well this light works. Actually, not too bad. So I'll put this in and then work red into it rather than the other way around. So here, a little light to work in on that side, but first things first. Oh, Steph's here. Hi, Steph. still trying to think about what I'm going to do about okay, I've made that space bigger, but that's all right. I'm going to live with it. I was wondering about what I was going to do 2 seconds ago. What I'm going to do about where I've got the shadows, I need something bluer, more neutral in there. Like in here. So that needs to be greener. So I'm going to make sure I've got all the lighter yellows everywhere they need to go. A bit in there. Got those. It's a reflected colour, we'll come back to that. Oh yeah. There's definitely some around here. Don't start doing details, keep it simple. Okay, I'm going to make a more orange one first, which might be this. Where's that going to go? So go in here, definitely some in there. In there as well. Okay, yeah, it's starting to turn up. What else? There's some. There's a bit reflected there. I'm going to get too hung up on that. Here. Is that enough? That's probably enough of that. Okay, we've got some apples then. Right, I need a bluer version of this. I'm going to pick up a bit of what's there. I was talking about making little satellites of colour. I'm just going to do this as a brush mix by adding some of that dark green in. Let's see how well this works for that yellow there. Oh. Yeah, I think it does that. I think there's a bit in there. Oh, I keep putting it in the yellow. Well, that's that ruined then. This reflecting colour there. Definitely reflecting colour here. And in here. There's definitely some under that. I think I need to do a red version as well. This red. Let's take a bit of that, mix it with a bit of this green. That's not really going to make it darker, but it's going to make it more neutral, which I think we need in here. More purple, definitely some in there. Oh yeah, all sorts of interesting colours coming out of this. There's some in there, which is some near the top. No, that's different. I'll come back to that later. Look in here. Should good job I kept this, because I'm going to need it now, because this is changing shape. Oh, that's too much. Okay, weirdly now I've got this, I can actually make a dark orange colour that's going to go in here. That's very neutral. That's too red. Okay. Put that back. Some lights and some reflected colours. So I'm going to need a brighter red. Okay, I'm going to wash a brush and just get another one out, because I still want to keep going with the bristle stage. And then I might start adding some more and using a softer brush and really ruining it properly. Okay, just as a reminder, that's about as bright a red as I can make. Yeah, let's go for it, let's see what it does. Yes. Is that too much? I might have gone a bit far actually. Soften it back round here. Up here. That's a bit. Oh, here. Should have gone here before. That was about the brightest red on the whole page. It's going to need some yellow in it as well. Let's go for it. There we go. Okay. That's the yellow, slightly cleaner version. Put some extra white in it. I still want to be quite a little way off anything like pure white, which that is. Yes, that's good. Those that know me will know I'm really much more of a portrait painter. If you've been watching me painting still lifes for long enough, you may have figured that out for yourself. I would love to do more portraits as live streams, so if anybody ever wants to volunteer to come and sit here, some among you already have. But yeah, I did a self-portrait last week, but you can't do that every week. That would get really quite old. No, that's not thick enough paint. I need to go through with this. Definitely there. Definitely a bit around the air. Okay, starting to turn up a bit. Okay, I don't want to overdo it with these apples. I think there's only a small amount to go with this, and that's going to be a sort of pale greeny colour, which is here. That's going to have a lump of blue going through the middle of it for the shadow of the stalk. Here, don't get carried away. Where else? That's already done. Okay, here. Haven't quite got it with that pinky orange around here. It's because it's still redder, it's lighter and redder. Okay, still not happy with this, so next I'm going to have to get a bit of oil involved. Oh, there's some. Oh, come on, I have to pull this down. Thank you. Hi, Jason. Just some of this here as well. put some more blue in that. And that is going to be the shadow of the stalk off there. That'll have a bit. There's some in there. Right. Okay, heavy shadow time. I said I wouldn't get too involved, didn't I? And here I am, being way too involved. And there's a heavy shadow under there. That kind of creeps around. Definitely one under there. Two shadows overlap. There's a heavy shadow in there. There's a heavy one under here as well. That still doesn't count the really dark bits. I'm going to go here. And here. And there a bit. A bit more in there. Waiting for time. Let's make these colours dance a little bit, shall we? Put some of these stalks in. Some extra shadow on that. Oh, it's going to be quite fun now. Get some of that pale green, a bit of the yellow going again. A few bits like that. Like that. And this one here. What other colours are missing from this, other than the final highlights? Yeah, those shadows are nowhere near dark enough, are they? Back into the reds. Some very dark reds. Some of these streaky shapes. What else? Much more of that in there. Yeah, finding a few things now. I probably went a bit quiet there, I know. I was really searching for what I was seeing, and marks I can make to really make it appear. It needs to get even darker in there as well. Yeah, there's an extra dark bit in there. Seems there is under there. Okay. Let's sit that on a nice solid piece of fabric. Let's do the same with this. You can get a bit lighter there. So this is where the satellites start turning up, and it can get a bit yellower. And a lot lighter. Okay. Alright. Coming from there. Probably don't want to overdo this, to be honest. Let's get back to that shadow colour. Put the red here as well. it's not quite there. Some bright highlights, some very light yellows to go in there, lighter. Okay, last bit. And these apples. It's going to be some blue light. It's just where those highlights are. This is the first bit, if I can get this little shine on them. I can drop in some actual proper highlights. It's like there. Not there. Nope, still not enough. Do it. Oh, this is awful. That doesn't look right at all. Oh, that's better. I can go in that direction. Let's scan that. Just going to have to do a bit of light behind it. Yeah, finish off this background. I'm still not happy with that. don't think I can do any more to it than that, to be honest. I think that's going to have to be it. Thanks, Mr. Crandley, you're always too kind. Okay, bung them in there. What other colours could I still use on this? Let me get some of that dark green there. Yeah. Definitely a bit of that in here. That warmer green. Some of that in the shadows as well. Pop a bit in there. There's some. Is that red too much in the background? That's the other question. Might as well use up what paint I have. Oh yeah, much better if I just get rid of it. In fact, oh, I didn't clean the tray of the easel before I used pastel, so that's what's getting in there. quite absorbed with this, all things considered. Yeah, so I'm also going to start selling these super cheap because I can't keep them all. So if anyone sees one they like, wants to make me what would normally be an insulting offer, I promise I won't be insulted. I haven't made that inviting, have I? Yeah, it's a weird thing when there's no way I pay for what my paintings cost, unless I sold an awful lot more paintings than I definitely would buy more. I'd love to buy more work from other artists. I think of it all the time. And there's just never quite enough spare. I've got a few bits and pieces that I'm very pleased to have. That'll do. Should we sign it with? Subtle greeny black down here, I think. Oh. Thanks for the confidence in the red mat. I think I'm quite glad I got rid of it. Oh, there you are. Hello. So how have we done for time? Yeah, about an hour and a quarter. So that's not too bad. Okay. Let's move this camera up and have a proper look at it. I hope that's a nice clear image. There we are. Super. Well, thank you everyone for your supportive comments and coming and joining in. I hope it was encouraging how simple that was for anybody that enjoys painting. Very little going on in the palette. There was basically two greens, which shifted towards the end. I moved them around, but it just started off as two greens, and I had a red and an orange. And then I found my way into the brighter yellows and the greeny yellows and this, that and the other. And then darkened down some reds and oranges. But they're all just extensions of those simple, four colour scheme. And hopefully from the image you can see that that's what's going on with it. So thanks very much for joining again, and I'll see if I can get a person for next week, just to make it a bit more interesting. And I'll leave this with a view of the subject and the painting. See you next time.